The Vultures return home to Baltimore to Sports Gamers Online Stadium reeling after their first loss of the season to Minnesota just a week ago. They will face the incumbent Albuquerque Adams coming off of their first win in franchise history in the SFL. Welcome to Week 4. Hello folks, I'm Tyler Falk. Glad to have you with us here on this Sunday evening for another slate of SFL football. In the stats truck is Jesse Resided, Ron Haynes, and back at SFL headquarters is the Commissioner Cameron Irvine. I am joined for the first time in quite some time. Please welcome back to the broadcast booth, Jeff Melanishin. Jeff, glad to have you here. Welcome back. Let's talk about Albuquerque and Baltimore.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the kind words, and I'm glad to be here, but Baltimore, 2 wins on home turf. They go away to Minnesota, and they get a loss. So it's only right that Baltimore comes back home and looking like they might get a win here this evening. But Albuquerque getting a win 2 weeks ago against Denver at home, now come on the road, their second road game. We'll see what happens here tonight. Should be a good one.
Baltimore have only lost 11 times at home. Can Albuquerque be the 12th? As here we go in Week 4 of Season 23 in the opening kickoff. Will be returned up to the 27-yard line for Baltimore, and out comes Jack Wigmore, who's on the cusp of making some history tonight. Just a few completions away from jumping up to 12th all-time, and only 15 completions away from becoming only the 12th quarterback to reach the 10,000 completion mark. He gets it here against the Adams. He will start throwing the football, as he often does. He finds one of his favorite targets over the years, Ivory Urban, for an early and quick first down.
Hey, that's what you want. Very early in the game, get the rhythm going and hits Irvin in stride. Good, real first play for Baltimore. Now they get a first down. We'll see what they do here.
Touch on that starting lineup here in just a moment as Wigmore again will look to pass. Dumps it out right side. Finds Warren Murray. Breaking through. Tackles Murray. Oh, it was close to busting that one wide open. A gain of 15.
Wow. Talk about a little toe drag swag, a little tiptoeing down the sideline. I thought for sure he stepped out right after he caught the ball, but he knows exactly where that out-of-bounds marker is and did a good job of staying in bounds, breaking off the would-be tacklers, picking up that yak yardage after the catch.
A little yak attack for Baltimore. 2 quick passes, 2 first downs, and they steamrolling here at the moment in the early goings. Now a minute gone. The opening frame, blitz coming from the Adams. Wigmore's back the other way! Oh my goodness, can you believe it? A pick 6 in Baltimore for Albuquerque!
Unbelievable. Fourth play of the game. What are we doing? We talked about it pregame that there might be some shenanigans, and Wigmore, you just can't make that play. You got to see that there's going to be a defender in the area. Just made an ill-advised throw. Thought that it was the safe throw, but the defense for Albuquerque had other ideas, and they take it to the house for a pick 6.
William Patterson, his first career pick 6. Are you kidding me? Second career interception, and it's the Adams who strike first.
Hey, Albuquerque got the win against Denver 2 weeks ago. They looked really good. They're carrying that momentum. But now if you're Wigmore, you got to put that interception behind you. You got to move on. You made a couple of nice throws. You made 3 really good throws before the 4th one. You got to come out. You got to settle down here on this drive. Okay, put that in the back of your mind. You got to have amnesia here, and then you got to get this ball into the end zone, tie this game up if you're Baltimore.
I mean, technically, Wigmore hasn't missed on a throw. He's had 3 completions. Yeah. Two completed his own guys, but unfortunately 1 to William Patterson, the developmental player who's going to get a little bit of help, a little incentive going into the future weeks. A brilliant play from the outside linebacker. Nearly another interception by Keenan Samuels. Well, let's quickly touch on that Vulture offense. Of course, we've talked about Wigmore already. We'll talk about Warren Murray and GP Wells, the two halfbacks. T-Roy Gaines is the fullback. Ivory Irvin, David Anderson, Haley Holder, and Mac Chima are the wideouts, with Benji Matson and Jackson Roberts at tight end. Don Johnson, Sir Charles, Ray Arnold, Olivia Bleeker, Alden Bleeker, and Jay Arnold are the linemen. Wigmore, middle, caught Irvin at the numbers to move the stick. It's a gain of about 12.
Yeah, that's just knowing where Irvin's going to be, delivering a nice strike by Wigmore. We know that what he's capable of after winning some championships in the SFL, and he gets a good throw there. Hey, I mean, he had an interception, almost looking for a second, but just came up a couple steps too short.
I was going to say, these passes from Wigmore have been very well and closely guarded passes that Albuquerque has been able to find holes to dump off near side Murray. But the thing is, with Murray, he is so hard to take down. Gains 5, an early update now from SFL headquarters. We head over to Kevin Irvine.
Yeah, thank you, Tyler. This block is going to be nuts today. Look at TJ Punk on the opening kickoff of this one, taking it all the way. Arizona's Brad Jones, Mexico City's Merrick Itera, and Max Jackson all hurt already. Back to you in Baltimore.
My goodness. Thank you for the update, Cam, as Arizona take an early lead. And it's a good run from GP Wells, the former headhunter, to gain another first down for Baltimore.
Yeah, Jack Napier with another tackle. Good open field tackle. Able to bring him down, but it's Baltimore. They're going on the drive right now. If you're Albuquerque, you need to stop them right here.
And we're doing a good job of checking it down to his two tailbacks just to make sure that they're able to keep going and moving down the field, and it's worked almost all the time so far. Pass over the right-hand side, caught inside the 30 as Mac Chima hauls in his first catch of the game.
That's just a good throw by Wigmore. Receiver had just a step over the defender, and right before the safety's able to come over, that's just a beautiful throw. That's what you want to see if you're the Baltimore coaching staff with Wigmore after that early pick six.
Now from just outside the 27-yard line of Albuquerque, Wigmore, delayed handoff up the middle. There's T-Roy Gaines. Picks up 3 yards. We introduce you to the Adams defense. Chris Porter, Leo Jefferson, and Joshua Williams are the linemen. Keenan Samuels and William Patterson, who had the pick six, are the outside linebackers. Seth Berlin is the inside linebacker. Amar Bryant Jr. and Daniel Valentine are the corners, with Jack Napier, Bryant James, and TJ Crosby at safety. Hand up right side, Murray out of one tackle. Looking for Samuels on another stop. Instead, it's Jack Napier who hauls down Murray 2 yards short of the line to gain.
Yeah, that's just, hey, get off me, son. Dad has to go to work, and Murray is doing exactly that. He's getting his working shoes on here tonight.
How many first potential tackles has Murray already broken tonight? By my count, it's already 4. Handoff up the middle as Wells gains yardage up to about the 12, and another Vulture first down.
Yeah, he was looking to put Albuquerque in the spin cycle, but he did it just a step maybe too soon. Otherwise, we might be looking at a tie ball game, but a good job by Albuquerque. Get the stop in the middle of the field. Still Baltimore, though, marching downfield.
Vultures looking to retie up this football game after an early interception from Wigmore. Down by a score at home. Handoff, middle, looking to break tackles as Murray. Another tackle broken as Samuels cleans up Murray after a gain of 7.
Yeah, just a good inside run. The defense not able to get a hat on to Murray, and before you know it, he's got 7.
Goal line defense here for the Adams. 4 yards away from Pater is Baltimore. High formation behind Wigmore, fullback dive. T-Roy pushing 2 defenders into Pater, and the Vultures come right back down the field to potentially tie this football game.
T-Roy's been doing it for a long time, number 129 in rushing touchdowns in his career. So T-Roy just continues to do where he's been doing all season, all career long, and Denver really needed that drive, Tyler. That was an impressive drive after the interception.
One behind Hall of Famer Ray Bentley at the moment with 130. The extra point from Tarkington is up and good. We are all level again at 7 midway through this first quarter.
Yeah, that was what you wanted if you're Jack Wigmore. I mean, he's had the interception bug hit him this season. That was his 8th interception. But if you're Albuquerque, that's what you've been kind of doing all season long, is getting the turnovers. That's their 4th on the season. One behind these Baltimore Vultures in terms of takeaways this season. So good job by Albuquerque to get the first turnover. But now we get to see their offense. I really want to see what they can do. They've been kind of balanced, a little bit more on the pass side, but I want to see if their ground game can get going.
And they're led out by that quarterback, Cyrus Jive, 14-21 last week, 2 touchdown passes, no interceptions in the win in week 2 against Denver. Now he's on the road. Can he lead Albuquerque to their first away win? Floater over the middle, and that looked like a wounded duck. Just nothing doing it. No air underneath that pass.
Yeah, quack, quack. That was a bad throw right there. The pressure got there, almost got to the sack, but I don't know if I would really call that on the first play of the game. Maybe a little bit more. After you got the run game going, that would be a good time to use that play.
Especially against a very stout defense in Baltimore. Jive floats it left side, caught in a nice stiff arm, turning upfield, first down for Justin Williams.
Yeah, Justin Williams has been doing this his whole career as well. So we got 3 really good running backs, 2 by Baltimore and 1 with Williams here. Look at that. It's a good thing I'm not playing in this game, Tyler, that we're both not playing in this game, because we might be looking a little weak for Wary here.
I'll tell you what, they got some very tough backs, and not to mention T-Roy Games and Warren Murray, but Justin Williams and Jason Williams, all 4 of them just bruising backs. As Jive again will pass, dumps it near side, trying to turn upfield is Jason Williams. He gets sent backward a yard by Ben Stacking Paper. And let's go over the Adams offense, shall we? Craig Reynolds, Jason Williams, Justin Williams are the tailbacks. Ronnie Shanahan, Michael Knight, Greg Corky, and Kay Marion at wideout. Jack Wall is the lone tight end with Dean Porter, Jerrion Jones, and Leah Williams on the line. Jive will roll and fire middle, incomplete. Getting his hand in there was Elijah Warfield. That brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, that was just a tough throw. Defender draped all over the receiver. 3rd and 11. There's not really much in the playbook to get it done, but if you have something that you liked and you worked on in practice all week, now's the time to use it, or else you're going to be punting this ball back to Baltimore.
Empty backfield, 4 wide receivers and a tight end to the up position. They got to go to the 47-yard line to convert. Trips near side, blitz coming, Jive gets rid of it, caught! Down the hashes on the far right side goes Michael Knight.
What a throw. What a throw by Jive. Look at that. A little press coverage. Looked like a little post that he cut off after the press coverage, and a good throw by Jive. Found his receiver in stride, and hey, we got a first down inside Baltimore territory.
And at one point, Ben Stacking Paper was stacking picks. Very rarely do we see him get beat in coverage, and Michael Knight did just that. Safety blitz coming as Jive unloads again, caught near the 30-yard line, now being folded in half as Kay Marion. Another first down for Albuquerque.
Jive playing with fire, throwing into double coverage now after the open throw on the last play. You'll see it here from the backside view, and that was just a good throw by Jive. And now all of a sudden they're down to the 30 of Baltimore after they converted on a 3rd and 11 when it looked like maybe the drive was going to come to a close.
All of a sudden this passing game is alive. Jive 4 of 6, looking to make it 5 of 7. Pass middle, caught inside the 10. Down to around the 5 goes Jack Wall.
Yeah, his first catch of the game, and it's a big one. Now 1st and goal opportunity for the Adams after this, but that's just a good throw. Finds his tight end in stride, and finally we get the tight end going for Albuquerque. Now would be a good time, maybe work in Williams, maybe throw it out to him, see if he could break off a tackle and get into the end zone.
4 of 5s. Completions by Jive already on the drive. 14 yards or longer. Last 3, 19, 18, and 24 yards. First run will go to Michael Knight on the far side, who rolls to just shy of the goal line.
Hey, work in the receiver into the backfield. I like it. Give Baltimore something else that they need to think about on defense.
Back to the line they come. Patrick Pass checks in at fullback. Baltimore stacking the middle of the line. Just the length of the football to go for Pater. Handoff middle. Knight stood up in the backfield. Nothing doing. A tackle made to deny and stall the drive at the moment. 3rd and goal now from the 2.
Yeah, Tyler, that all started with the rush up front by the defensive line. We'll see if Baltimore can do it for a second time here.
Formation pitch. Knight untouched. Touchdown, Albuquerque. 3rd carry of the game for Knight results in 6.
Hey, all of a sudden, I have a craving that I want to be a receiver. I want to catch some rushing touchdowns. But good job by Knight, finding the outside, followed his blocker. That's Williams leading the way, along with the got to give credit to the offensive line. That was just a really good answer drive, and I have to go back to that 3rd and 11 because the drive was essentially done. If Baltimore gets the stop, they would have to punt it, but they weren't able to do it, and they went after a good corner and stacking paper as well. So Albuquerque, obviously, they're not taking what Baltimore, all this hoopla about like Baltimore, you got to be worried about them. They're taking it to the mouth of this Vultures team.
The drive started with an excellent passing game, and it ends with 3 runs to eventually get home. And it's Albuquerque who retake the lead by a touchdown. Short kick. Hauled in and looking for more room is David Anderson, who brings it all the way up to the 32-yard line. Now Baltimore goes back to work. 3rd drive of the ball game. First one resulted in a pick 6. Second one resulted in a long scoring drive, which got him back into it.
Yeah, we'll see if Albuquerque can finally get a hold of this rushing attack, or is Baltimore going to be able to run it down their throat?
Whitmore will throw. Blitz coming. Pass underneath. Caught for a gain of 6 to Chima.
Really good design there. You had the receiver, the inside receiver on the slant route, taking the linebacker with him, opened up the nice little sit-down route for the receiver, able to pick up 6.
Albuquerque throw 9 men into the box against this heavy look out of Baltimore. Handoff looking near side, caught up in the backfield. That gives plenty of time for Bryant James to come off the edge.
Yeah, shot in there like a cannon. As soon as the running back tried to hit the edge there on the left side, just wasn't able, ran into his own lineman. You hate to see that, but a good stop by Albuquerque.
3rd and 4, Wigmore under pressure, throws up 1 foot, pulls it in. Ivory Irvin, and that is why Wigmore is one of the best passers in this league.
Yeah, don't try this at home, kids. You don't want to do that. Against the grain, across your body, to the other side of the field as well. Those are like 3 things that every QB coach doesn't want you to do, but Wigmore, he's got the presence, and he knows where Urban is.
Wigmore middle caught, and that will do it. He passes E.T. King for 12th all-time in the SFL with his 2,993rd completion.
Congratulations to Wigmore, and now he's just going to continue to move up the ranks now.
And that'll take us to an exciting end to the first quarter, and you don't have to do a double take. You're seeing everything correctly. Albuquerque 14, Baltimore down by 7. Aerial coverage of today's game is provided by Dags Drone Works, aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. Learn more at dagsdroneworks.com as we get a pretty sight over downtown historic Baltimore. Welcome you back to Sports Gamers Online Stadium. Tyler Falk and Jeff Melanishin here on the call. Glad to have you with us here for this one. It's the Adams, the visiting Adams, up on Baltimore 14-7 as T-Roy Gaines gets the call out of the quarter break. Picks up a good chunk of yards.
Yeah, good job by the O-line of Baltimore, able to push the Adams defensive line back, give T-Roy Gaines enough to get close to the first down yardage. Now 3rd and 1. I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to the running game.
Baltimore was 2-2 on 3rd downs in the first quarter, looking to make another good 3rd down conversion here, and they give it to the Warhorse, who will pick up about 5 yards and that first down.
Yeah, it's tough to bring Warren Murray down with the first tackler. We've seen it all game long. He's just able to break off that first would-be tackler, and that's just bad news for the defense.
Wideouts near side. Lone tailback behind Wigmore, who will just try and jump it over the middle. Caught. That's a good halt catch from Chima. Gets another first down for Baltimore. And as we saw there, Jeff, the coverage backed off a bit. Maybe expecting a deeper pass, and that's Baltimore's bread and butter, finding those quick passes.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you get the quarterback in rhythm. We see it across the SFL. Some teams kind of wait a little bit to get their quarterback in rhythm, but you're seeing what it looks like when your quarterback does get in rhythm after hitting those quick throws.
Tight ends, Wigmore again will throw, blitz coming. Caught by Benji Matson for a first down. That moves him inside the 10, make it 1st and goal.
Yeah, he's just one of the better tight ends in the SFL, and he just gets off of his route, just continues to run it, goes in front of the DB, crosses his face into his zone, just able to come down with a good catch.
First and goal now. Wigmore will throw again. Rolling pressure coming. It is tipped. Jack Napier shot his hand up and deflected the pass.
Yeah, that's dangerous. Anytime a safety can get their hand on the ball, you never know what it's going to do. But good job by Napier just to get a hand on it, break it up, maybe tipped it up for looking for one of his fellow safeties to come in and get the interception, but 2nd and goal here.
And that broke up a streak of 8 consecutive passing completions for Wigmore. It's up 2nd and goal from about the 9.5. Albuquerque loading up on the left side of the offense, and they will send the blitz. Wigmore looking, caught. Irvin at the 1. He stopped there, bringing up 3rd and goal.
Yeah, I believe that was Amar Bryant Jr. with the tackle. I may be getting the numbers mixed up, which is probably the case, but saves a touchdown, but 3rd and goal. If you're the Adams, you got to think that they're going to be running the ball here.
Just working off some of that rust as they will run the ball with Warren Murray, who dives in for the score. Touchdown, Baltimore, and we are going to see, it seems to me, a seesaw back-and-forth battle all night long.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be a good one. We'll see what the Adams can do on their next drive if they could go down and kind of match what Baltimore has been doing. But Baltimore tying this one up, and you got to go back to that interception. That was maybe one of the turning points in this game. There's going to be another turning point. The question is, who is going to make that play to get to that turning point? And will it be somebody for the Adams or someone for the Vultures that maybe turns the tide?
Darkman knocks home the extra point after an 11-play, 68-yard drive, totaling just under 4 minutes. Total time taken off the clock. Special thanks to our statisticians, Ron Haynes and Justin Desai, keeping us up to date, doing an excellent job with those stats. As the long kickoff from Tarkington goes all the way to about 2 yards deep in the end zone. Michael Knight trying to spin out of a David Anderson tackle. Not. Albuquerque will go back to work. Their own 25-yard line. Quick scoring update over in Phoenix, Arizona. It's the Scorpions 10, Aztecs of Mexico City 3. Just entering the 3rd quarter. Aztecs have lost both Max Jackson and Merrick Artera today due to injuries. Brad Jones is still questionable return, as that opening kick return was the game's only score, only touchdown issue. Jive, looking middle, it is in and out of Greg Corky's hands. That'll bring up second down as we finally get a chance to introduce you to Baltimore's defense after a high spiraling opening drive for the Adams offense. Robert Brady, Al Walker, Ralph Leopold, and Nate Brown are the defensive linemen, with Frank Smith and Alvin Mack the only linebackers on the squad. Ben Stack and Paper, Elijah Warfield, and Roy Towers in the corners, with Young Bott, Giovanni Volt, John Patrick Devine, and Sullivan Tyson all at safety. Dive, rolling, fires, and looking again for Corky, who cannot haul it in. A huge lumbering hit from Young Bott denies the completion.
Yeah, and it looked like Elvin Mack had a chance at the interception off the deflection, but just wasn't able to get his big paws around the football, being the linebacker for the Vultures. But here we go, another 3rd and 10. Can the Adams do it again?
Converted from 3rd and 11 in nearly the same exact formation. Knight now goes slot near side. Jive with a 4-man rush, rolling, firing, middle, caught, Knight to the 42.
All right, so Tyler, we know the game plan. Just get Albuquerque to 3rd and long, and then their offense is just going to start clicking, because that's what it's been like on the start of the last drive, which resulted in a touchdown, and now here. It's remarkable what they're doing on 3rd and long to a really good Vultures defense.
Slow to start, but when they get going, it's almost like they've been pushed off a sloping hill, and they're just a boulder that continues to tumble forward. Blitz, heavy blitz coming, pass caught! Long way to go for Greg Corky. He is all alone, and the Adams will take a touchdown lead again, and some roughing the passer. Not unsportsmanlike at the moment, but it is going to go against Baltimore unsurprisingly, but the Adams jump back out in front.
Unbelievable. That's everybody will know this. That's the Engage 8 blitz from Madden that everybody likes to call, but it just didn't work. And you have nobody in the back for the safeties for Baltimore. I don't know if I would have called that in that situation. That would have been more goal line potentially when you think that that Albuquerque is actually going to run the football. I wouldn't have done it there, and it turns into just a bad back-breaking play for Baltimore as they give Albuquerque the lead back once again.
58 yards from Jive to Corky, and it's Albuquerque with 21 points against Baltimore. David Anderson on the return all the way up to the 37-yard line. He has done a phenomenal job getting Baltimore set up, and it's the offense, apart from the opening drive, which has moved the ball rather effectively into scoring position to give him a score. Here's also another good little tidbit here, Jeff. Every single drive tonight has resulted in points, whether it be for the offense or the defense.
Yeah, I mean, it started with the pick six right off the bat, and really, like you said, Wigmore didn't miss a pass on that drive. If you know, a little head nod to Albuquerque, but hey, I mean, Wigmore's put that behind him, and now he's looking good.
Wigmore unloads, caught as they cross midfield right away to around the 43.
It's just pitch and catch between these quarterbacks and these receivers. Apparently, the defenses are still on the bus, or they're still getting looked at on the sideline for something, but they're just non-existent out there, and these quarterbacks are just showing off right now.
The defensive juice was all used on the William Patterson pick six. That's where the defense has gone. We'll see if it returns here after this play. 1st and 10 here for Baltimore. Late handoff, Warren Murray through the middle again out of one tackle, and then finally brought down by big number 59, William Patterson.
Yeah, Brian James was the first one to get over there for Albuquerque, but he's going to be seeing Warren Murray breaking out of his tackles and his nightmares here tonight.
8 out of the box. Here for the Adams defense. Stretch play near side. GP Wells He does a good job of running through defenders as Grand Prix picks up a first down.
Yeah, now it seems like Baltimore going back. Let's get this offensive line moving off their blocks, get them to the second level, and they're doing just that.
Coverage backs way off. Hoping to play maybe a deep zone as Wigmore throws middle. Incomplete. Keenan Samuels was on the coverage of Jackson Roberts.
Yeah, I didn't think Wigmore had to throw it there at that particular time. Like you said, the coverage backed way off, and he had enough time to let his routes develop with his receivers, but I don't know if it was maybe the pressure or maybe something that he was seeing, but that was just ill-advised.
Similar looking formation out of both squads with 5:23 blitz coming. Run up the middle, and for the first time today, Murray is unable to escape the tackler on the first hit, and he goes nowhere.
Yeah, that's Brian James, who finally says, all right, he heard my comment. He's not going to be listening to Warren Murray breaking out of his tackles in his dreams, except I don't know if you really can listen to your dreams, but hey, that's just me, but a good tackle made.
Fifth tackle. Now there is a total of 14 by these safeties. Wigmore looking middle, and just a bit too much air under it. Looking for Irvin, and they're just outside of potential field goal range.
Yeah, that throw and then the throw with the coverage backed off were the two ones that maybe Wigmore would like to have back, but we'll see. Long field goal attempt here.
And I forget it, Shark Tarkington. He's money from 49, and this one is going to go straight down the pipe. So it is points for Baltimore. They still trail by 4 to Albuquerque midway through the second quarter.
But Tyler, you got to think, the way that Albuquerque is surprising everybody, I don't know if a field goal is going to, it might win you the game later on, but the way that these two teams have been going up and down the field here in this first half, I maybe would have been more inclined to go for it potentially.
Kickoff will be taken down deep in the end zone, down for a touchback. Here's the who you got on Baltimore, Albuquerque. 18 votes for Albuquerque, 104, the most for any team this week for Baltimore, and it is the underdogs currently with a 4-point lead. It's a very slim lead. We know how quickly things can change. Handoff through the middle, maybe a yard gain for Jason Williams.
Yeah, that was a good defensive call by the defensive coordinator for Baltimore, able to, not allow Williams to find any hole or crease to cut up from.
Offside eye now here for the Adams. Pitch play right side. Williams again on the call, going nowhere. Good stop on the outside by Sullivan Tyson.
Yeah, now this ball. Here we go. Okay, so they converted a 3rd and 11 and then a 3rd and 10. We got a 3rd and 9. It's under double-digit yardage. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Jive with a 4-man rush rolling. Has time. He unloads it. It is tipped. Incomplete. No, sir, says Ben stacking paper, and we will see our first punt. Only our second third down that was not converted all game.
Unbelievable. I thought Stacking Paper was actually going to come up with the interception. He read that beautifully, almost like a Ty Law type, able to break off the route and just get his big paw up there to knock it away.
And so Baltimore's defense comes alive and denies Albuquerque to march down the field. It's also our first throwing it out of the contest as Baltimore take over on their own 47-yard line. And you just see the disparity in play calls. And, of course, Baltimore have an extra offensive drive, but they really had to make Albuquerque go big or go home. And right now, all apart from that last third down conversion, Albuquerque's been up to the task. Flip backfield, Wigmore will uncork this one. It is incomplete, intended for T-Roy Gaines.
Yeah, it looked like the defender, I wasn't able to get the number, and we won't get a replay, sadly, but that was a good breakup. Kind of using T-Roy in a little bit of like maybe a tight end type type of route there downfield.
Another pass, blitz coming, looking for a tailback out of the backfield. It's Murray. Bounces off a whippy tackler, and Napier has to drag him down by his horse collar. And it's a first down for the Vultures. That's why he's so tough. That's why he's such a great player and able to make people miss.
Yeah, it's when you got a running back like that, you just want to keep giving him the ball. And there's a lot of mouths to feed for this Baltimore offense on the receivers as well. So I can understand why they need to try to get the ball around. But, man, you could give him the rock on almost every play, and he's going to have no problems in getting 100 yards easy.
Wigmore changing up the play at the line. Just over 3 to go here in the half. In motion, trying to off-center this defense, run through the middle, Grand Prix. Only gain maybe a yard as Patterson is there on the stop.
Yeah, Patterson, the one that comes up with the interception earlier, all the way back in the opening drive of the first quarter, able to make a tackle there. Watch for the routes here for these receivers.
Fourth tackle of the game for Patterson. As Wigmore will look to throw near side, incomplete. Great coverage on the outside from the corner, and Wigmore will have to do it again on third down.
Yeah, it kind of looked like the way Wigmore was heading back to the huddle there. It looked like he wanted his receiver to maybe cut in on a slant route, but he wasn't able to. Give credit to the Adams and their ability to press these corners at the line of scrimmage.
Not as much press here, maybe a man-to-man look out of this dime look here for Adams. Wigmore stepping up, uncorking it, nearly taken away by Bryant James, and it's fourth down and a clear punting situation as the Adams defense shows up. We were talking about where's that defensive juice gone, and now we've seen back-to-back punts.
Yeah, apparently the defense has got the memo halfway through the second quarter, and now they're like, all right, now hold my beer. We're here now. We're going to put this little scoring barrage to bed for a little bit.
Matty Coffins, who is dynamite in these situations, loves to pin teams deep, but he does it again here. A beautiful punt from Coffins will set up Albuquerque at their own 10-yard line. Just over 2 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, this is the worst starting field position that Albuquerque has had, and with 2:23 to go, I would think about just saving face, just try to get out of this first half with the lead.
You start running the football a little bit. Only 6 total yards on the ground. It's been all on the arm of Cyrus Jive tonight. So he will look to throw again. Looking middle and a double, maybe triple coverage for Corky, incomplete. Ivani Bolt in the area.
Yeah, that's the one player, maybe outside of maybe stacking paper, that you really got to watch out for on the opposite side of him. Because Bolt, he knows a thing or two about coming down and making some big plays and making some turning point plays as well.
Coverage backs way off those two wideouts on the far side. It will be a run for Jason Williams, who again gets delayed by his own tackle, Courtney Van Bruin. And so it will result in another no gain, another long third down for Albuquerque.
Yeah, but it's okay, Tyler. It's 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 as we hit the 2-minute warning here in Baltimore. Albuquerque 21, Baltimore 17. Can Albuquerque convert on this third down? This is the SFL. SGO Stadium getting loud. 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Cyrus Jive of Albuquerque looks to pass, looking right side, and again will overshoot the target, Max Knight, and so it's back-to-back 3-and-outs for this Albuquerque offense.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw, too. You had 3 Baltimore DBs in the area, all looking to vulture in, no pun intended, on the football, but not able to come down with it. This is a big opportunity for Baltimore to get the lead before the end of the half.
Buzz Killington will pump this one away, and no return from Ivory Irvin. A tremendous hustle from Jack Napier to scoot down there and take down Irvin before he had a chance to make it dangerous.
Yeah, Tyler, that was probably the second time that I've seen him on either a kickoff or a punt return get down there for a tackle.
A 43-yard punt from a player that's only been in the league for the last 2 weeks. Irvin now in motion far side as Baltimore go to work from their own 47. Pass middle, incomplete. Looking for Irvin, no dice. Keaton Samuels in coverage.
Yeah, again, I thought that Wigmore didn't have to throw the football that soon, or at least, change the route up to a quicker route, but no dice.
Another stretch of 3 straight incomplete passes for Wigmore. This defense starting to give the veteran quarterback some fits. 5-step drop. Wigmore with time. Great pocket. Looking middle. Picked off! Going back to the 46-yard line is TJ Frosty.
And Frosty was in the middle of the field. Wigmore probably should have thrown more air under that ball, but instead, yeah, he reads it. He plays center field beautifully and had a nice return there too. Remember, because Baltimore pinned Albuquerque at their own 10, they weren't really able to have field position. Now we're at a minute 40. Albuquerque could be looking to maybe get more points before the end of the half.
Third pick of the career for TJ Frosty, and now in 5 of the last 6 starts for Jack Wigmore, he has thrown multiple interceptions in a game as Williams goes for 7 yards.
Yeah, back onto that point, Wigmore, I was surprised by this, that he had 7 interceptions coming into this game. This is now 9 on the season after 2 here. Jive on the season, only 1 interception.
Abby looking set on 2nd and short. Hand up right side. Good blocking to help propel Craig Reynolds in his first carry of the game for a first down, as Albuquerque will take their first of 3 timeouts.
I like that. Get back to the sideline, reset a little bit, now come out, call a play that has been working in practice here and pick up this first down.
I formation. Here on a fresh slate of downs. Greg Corky, the man in motion here. 4-3 look out of Baltimore with just about a minute 30 to go in the half. Flip out right side. Williams trying to bounce on a 1 tackle. Cannot get out of young Vaught. And Roy Towers' tackle as Albuquerque are forced to use their 2nd timeout.
Yeah, I just didn't like that play call. I know you could always think that maybe Williams is going to break off of the tackle like Warren Murray on the other side, but when you got 2 Vultures that read that play, they know what's coming.
Second and 9. Blitz coming. Jive middle. Caught inside the 30. First down Albuquerque. 3rd and final timeout for the Adams used. But they're potentially within field goal range, though. Ricky Bobby does not have a whole lot of reps under his belt. They might need to go a few more yards.
I would have even thought about saving that timeout and just hurrying it up there. Save that for later on.
Corky in motion again. Seems to be doing a lot of running tonight, whether it be north and south, but he's doing a lot of east to west running. Jive, middle, tipped, nearly intercepted. How many times have we seen Frank Smith haul those in?
Yeah, and that one is going to be one that he's going to be looking to the heavens, thinking and praying that why he wasn't gifted the interception, but he's just going to come up with the next one.
Just under a minute now. It's coming. Jive, and that one is picked! And we saw a pick 6 for Albuquerque. Now we're going to see a pick 6 for Ben stacking paper, stacking picks, stacking touchdowns. Baltimore take their first lead of the game.
Unbelievable. It looked like the receiver, stacking paper pressed the receiver, then all of a sudden, you'll see it right here. Yeah, presses him, able to come off of the press, stay in his cover 2 shallow form zone, picks it off Jive. Thought it was man coverage the way he threw it, but Stacking Paper read that, and he takes it to the house. And now they re-gift the favor that Albuquerque did to them earlier in the first quarter. And Baltimore, that we were talking about it. Who was going to make the next big play? And Stacking Paper for Baltimore does it.
5th career defensive touchdown for Stacking Paper. Tarkington packs home the extra points. It is now 24-21 in favor of the hometown Vultures. As meanwhile in Arizona, it is 13-9. Lots of field goals there in Arizona. Just under 5 minutes to go in regulation for that one, as we are back and underway here as Ronnie Shanahan tries to spin out of their couple tackles all the way up to the 25-yard line. And now for the first time, Albuquerque in a very different position than what they've had to experience all game long.
Yeah, this is the first time that they've been trailing at any point in this game. And for a lot of people watching on YouTube right now, they're going to be like, wait, what? What did Jeff just say? But yeah, I mean, they had the pick six, and then they were either tied or leading the entire time of this second half, and this is the first time that they've been trailing.
What type of mentality do they come out with? They try and pass. Wall gets the catch to the 41-yard line, and now they have no timeouts. They're going to have to hustle back to the line. 30 seconds to go. Make that 31 after the spike by Jive.
Yeah, they took all 3 timeouts on the last drive, and then Jive, as soon as I brought it up about the timeouts and I wouldn't have used that last one, I would have saved it. He threw an interception.
Another pass here from Jive upcoming, looking right side. Wall tried to haul that one in, but was hit as the ball got to him. 3rd down now here for the Adams.
Yeah, that was just a tough throw. Your receiver goes up for it, but he gets hit in the process. No flags, though. It was all within the letter of the rules.
Jive, middle, picked again, back again. Alvin Mack, make it 3 pick sixes in a single game. Baltimore now with a 9-point lead.
Unbelievable, looking to go up 10 with the extra point, but Sharkington knows exactly what to do with the extra points. But right looking, Jive he had his head to the intended target the entire time. Mac did not have to move, sat where he was the entire time, and the ball just magically fell into his lap, and he comes up with the interception. And now on top of that, pushes it into the end zone. He's going to need some oxygen on the sideline.
Here's the thing. We're about to hit the over before the half. And the game going in Arizona is going to end before we hit halftime. This game is bonkers.
I'm sorry. We talked about it in the pregame, Tyler. I can't make this stuff up. I literally cannot.
You know, you said that every time you call a game since your return, it's been a little bit of shenanigans. And I said, you know, I'm probably not going to, like, every single game I've called so far has been decided by 2 scores or more. And here we go, more shenanigans, another 2-score game at the moment. Oh, man, everything is combining for just pandemonium here in this early block on Sunday.
Yeah, I feel bad for your voice. Your vocals is probably going to be gone by the end of the 3rd quarter, but we'll see. And that was almost a good return. He spun out of Knight did. He spun out of a tackle, was looking for the extra yardage. We almost had a kick return touchdown.
That would have just been the extra cherry on top out of the 3 we've already had. Good news for Albuquerque is they do get the ball to start the second half. If I'm Cyrus Jive, don't throw another pick 6. Pass right side, caught, streaking down the numbers. Is Marion down to the 45. 3 seconds to go. Jive trying to hustle his troops back to the line, but the clock will expire before they're able to get the play off. And so, we finally reach halftime here, Jeff Melanishin, and it's 31-21 in favor of the Vultures.
Yeah, we hit the over, like you said, in the first half. Well, actually before the first half. But, I mean, coming into this one, we knew it was gonna probably take a couple of interceptions for Albuquerque if they were gonna, play spoiler in this one. Like a lot of people that on Jack's data took Baltimore 100 and something, I think is what you said. Forgot the exact number, but it was like 104, I believe. And they did just that. And then all of a sudden, it was something in the second quarter where the defense flipped for Baltimore. They started to play a little bit more physical. They started to get the stops. And I believe it all started with pinning Albuquerque at their own 10. That was what kind of flipped it, because after that point, Albuquerque went 3 and out. They had to punt it back. Yes, they got the interception in good field position, but what we saw after that was also Jive starting to his head started to go. He started to get tunnel vision. Started to focus.
We're gonna pause you on that thought, Jeff, because we deserve a break as well. Presented by Brakes GPT.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
It's an Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
Breaking into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Brakes GPT, featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Brakes GPT offers you the shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community of collectors on our Brakes GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at hitting a humongous headliner on our site, BrakesGPT.com. As we welcome you back to Sports Gamers Online Stadium here in Baltimore. Check out sportsgamersonline.com or check them out on YouTube and see why millions visit their website and YouTube channel. And it is as indeed gone final over in Arizona, 13-9, as we welcome all of you joining us from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Tyler Falk, joined in the booth by Jeff Milanishin. Stats tonight provided by Ron Haynes and Justin Reside. That's a one-handed catch! Greg Corky trying to outrun Giovanni Bolt at the 20-yard line. 15-10, no! Tonight at the 12, but Greg Corky goes off to begin the second half.
Remember, it was the blitz where Corky was able to get the big 58-yard touchdown strike. And here, Jive throws it, threads the needle right between Bolt and Corky. One-handed grab.
That will be our nice hands catch of the game, presented to us by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K 23. Jive will roll. Looking over the middle, incomplete. Had a man down the seam. That was Justin Williams. Good defense, good coverage from Baltimore. That's coming after the 60-yard pass to Corky.
I believe Ronnie Shanahan was open in the corner of the end zone. If he just would have checked off one receiver and went to his second receiver, maybe he would have saw Shanahan in the end zone.
Wet backfield here for Albuquerque. Now Williams does go in motion. Another pass for Jive. Left side. Caught! Corky! His second of the ball game, and the Adams come right back to begin the half.
What a drive to start the second half by Cyrus Jive and this Adams passing attack just going right at Baltimore. And now they're going to be down 3.
And you're wondering, right, how much were those 2 pick sixes that Jive threw to end the half going to affect him? He's like, nah, fam. I'm just going to go out here and throw dots and get us back in this game, because now Albuquerque is only down by 3.
Yeah, exactly that. And now the onus goes to this Albuquerque defense. Baltimore's defense has come up with 2 pick sixes. Can Albuquerque do it again and tie it up 2 apiece?
Short kickoff again, Holden at the 10-yard line. Here comes Daley Holder to the 31-yard line, and now it is Baltimore's offense who gets to take the field and try and recompose themselves coming out of the halftime break. Their defense got them the lead, but now can this offense find their momentum, which they haven't been able to find since the midway point in the second quarter.
Yeah, we shall see. But, anytime you have Jack Wigmore back there, you have somebody who has something special in him.
That's someone special for Baltimore. Is the Warhorse instead. Wigmore will throw, looking middle. Caught! Ivory Irvin for completion number 2,999 for Wigmore.
It's just simple. He's just going to drop back, and he's just going to give it to Irvin and hit him in stride.
Wigmore only needs one more to become the 12th player in SFL history to reach the 3,000 completion mark. High formation, Wigmore will hand off to Warren Murray, who gets out of one and then is stood up after picking up 6 yards.
We finally see a run. These running backs that got a lot of work in the first quarter, and Murray a little bit more than Jason Williams on the other side for the Adams. But, hey, anytime you could get these running backs going, especially somebody like Warren Murray, but now they got Wells in the backfield.
A heavy look from Baltimore, another run. This time it is Grand Prix Wells who gets out of one and finally finds Keenan Samuels beyond the line to gain as we take another look at this offensive explosion here today.
Yeah, this is going to change. This is really going to change up some of the standings for the offenses, and it's going to change for the defenses as well.
Might we see a 700 combined offensive performance, 700-yard combined offensive performance here today, because that's what it's looking right at the moment, almost looking like a Big 12 game. Flip out right side, Benji Matson rolling forward for 9.5 yards.
Yeah, that Mexico City and the Arizona game was more like a Big 10, like Iowa and we'll say Northwestern. But now all of a sudden, yeah, we've hit Big 12.
Clearly Iowa. I'd almost say Iowa, Minnesota, because those games are never high scoring. Second and inches. Here comes Warren Murray, right side. That's a gain of about 6 and another first down here for these Vultures.
I don't know why they would go away from him. Warren Murray, you got to keep using him because he is taking the pressure off of Wigmore right now.
We're getting some updates in our stats truck. It is actually Wigmore with that last pass to Irvin. Hits 3,000, nearly got 3,001. So it is history tonight for Wigmore. Congrats on becoming the 12th player in SFL history to reach 3,000 completion.
Yeah, congratulations. Been doing it for a couple seasons. Has a couple of Super Bowl rings, or not SFL rings on his finger as well. I am losing it. I am rusty, Tyler.
That was Matson who caught 3,000. And it's now 2nd and 10 here for Baltimore. 2 wideouts, 1 tailback, 2 tight ends. And off middle, Murray trying to push the pile as Samuels and Patterson take him down after a short 1-yard pickup.
Yeah, they were trying the left side of the Adams defense, but it wasn't meant to be. But does get back to the line of scrimmage. But Albuquerque was able to pick up a couple 3rd and longs. Okay, Wigmore and the Vultures offense, do they have a play to pick it up?
Punch set, far side. Wigmore rolls to the other direction. Fires across his body. Tipped. Incomplete. Nearly hauled in by Samuels, and so it will not be a touchdown. But we could see Tarkington stretch it out to a 6-point advantage.
Almost automatic is Sharkington. A little bit closer than his first one at 49.
4-4 on the season. This one is just as pretty as the last one. Splitting the uprights. And it's up and good. 34-28 the score now here from SGO. How many likes do we have on this video so far? It is clearly not enough. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you've got notifications on so you won't miss a minute of SFL and SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. Tarkington will get us going once more. And here comes the return from Shanahan, who busts it out near side, trying to spin away from tacklers, that being Roy Towers. It's all the way up to the 29-yard line. That is where Albuquerque's offense will go back to work. They were able to score on the opening drive of the half. We've had back-to-back scoring drives to begin the half, combined by both teams. Now it is time to see whether or not Albuquerque, maybe a touchdown, sees them retake the lead, partner. Come out to split backfield here on first down. 2 wideouts left, 1 to the right. Blitz coming. Jive underneath, and he was interfered with was Michael Knight. They're going to tag Elijah Warfield on that one, and that's going to be a free first down for Albuquerque.
Oh, that's tough. Pass interference, but it is the right call. You're going to see it. Yeah, didn't allow the receiver Knight to come back to the football. Good call.
So now they will go to their own 34-yard line, and rarely we see a penalty on Baltimore, especially on defense. They're very well coached, very well disciplined. Run up the middle, powering through a tackle. Goes Williams.
That 7-yard gain. Best run of the night so far for Williams, and it comes here in the third quarter.
That being Jason Williams, the tailback. Both, you're keeping us on our toes here, these Adams here, Jeff. Both Justin and Jason both finding a home here in Albuquerque with this expansion franchise as Michael Knight gets his 4th carry of the ball game. Young Fott takes him down after only a gain of 1.
Yeah, we'll see what Albuquerque has for a 3rd and 2. Apparently they're dialed in for 3rd and 11 and 3rd and 10, but we're unable to convert 3rd and 9 and a 3rd and 10. So we got a 3rd and 2 here for Albuquerque.
Jive will be under center. He will look to pass. He has options open. Looking left side, incomplete. Trying to find K. Marion, who is catchless so far tonight.
Tyler, I think he was trying to do a little bit too much there. He got a little greedy. He was like a little kid with the hand in the cookie jar getting caught by mom before dinner. And really, he had the running back coming out of the backfield as well. Plus, he had Williams, the fullback, on his left side.
Punt upcoming from Killington. It's a very nice punt as Irvin, looking for tackles, gets turned inside out at the 25. Flag called. And they're going to call a block on the back in Baltimore. And so already 2 flags on the Vultures in the 3rd quarter. And so Baltimore will now end up in their worst starting field position of the game.
Yeah, we'll see what T-Pad doesn't like it. He doesn't like the call. Head coach for Baltimore. But yeah, look at that. Just he did it on the punter too. He just let him go. That makes your juices burn if you're a coach.
Just a little bit. I mean, Killington is not known for hitting anybody just yet. He's fairly new, so he doesn't have like a reputation like Pat McAfee or anybody laying some hits. So I don't know why you're just bullying the punter. I mean, come on, man. All right, first and 10 now here for Baltimore from their own 12-yard line. I formation behind Wigmore. We'll try and run with Murray bouncing out of his own offensive lineman, gaining 4 yards.
Hey, I mean, 4 yards, you get up another 4, then you're at 2nd and 2. You pick up another 4, you got a first down. So I don't mind it. Murray picking up 4 yards, not the amount of yards yards per carry average that we've seen in the first quarter, in the first half, but he's doing just enough.
And off for Wells, out of 1, but not out of 2. Gains 3, setting up 3rd and 3.
Yeah, very manageable for Baltimore now, 3rd and 3. This is in between territory. We've seen them pass. I can see a run as well, but I think Wigmore might try to pass this one.
Wigmore scanning the defense, sees something he doesn't like. Sends Jackson Roberts in motion. He will run in the motion toward the near side, but Keenan Samuels is there, stopping him a yard shy of the line to gain 4th down.
Wow, that was a big-time tackle by Samuels for the Adams. A yard shy of Baltimore keeping this drive alive, and who knows what would happen, but we're going to see a punt.
Coffins won't be able to coffin corner Albuquerque this time, and so we will see a return out of Shanahan up to the 40-yard line and no further, as this game has been exciting throughout the entirety of this one, Jeff, and almost no one expected we'd be here.
Exactly. No one did. Look at that. You can see in the top of the screen, Baltimore was a 10.5-point favorite in this one. 51.5, that was shattered with about 30 seconds to go in the first half.
I formation here to begin the drive for the Adams. They try and run up the middle. Pushing the pile is Jason Williams. He cannot find any space to maneuver, and he's tackled down by Frank Smith.
Yeah, Jason not able to find the running lanes that he's used to seeing.
Coverage shifts to the outside here on 2nd down. Blitz coming. Jive has to get rid of it. Caught.
Ooh.
Michael Knight to the Baltimore 43.
Right in front of Warfield. I don't know what Warfield was trying to do. Maybe trying to knock it down, but he allowed the receiver to come in front of him. You never allow a receiver to come in front of you if you're a defender. But, good pitch and catch. Jive threading the needle once again.
293 yards already here for Jive. As he will roll left side, middle, and it's incomplete. Looking for the fullback, Justin Williams.
Yeah, good job by the defense for Baltimore. They need to step it up now. Albuquerque's starting to march downfield, starting to get a little bit of momentum. And when you're a team that has had the lead, momentum is a big thing that you want to keep.
Jive now on his 30th passing attempt, looking near side, incomplete again. Again, Marion the target. Again, Vaught is there in coverage.
Yeah, Vaught coming in, laying his shoulder pad as soon as the ball gets there. That is a clip that you can send all around the SFL about not committing PI.
Unlike most teams in football, Albuquerque has thrived in these 3rd and long scenarios. Another 3rd and long upcoming. Jive, middle, Marion, incomplete, another drop. And it was all caused again by Vaught.
Yeah, that's I believe 6 targets now for Marion, and only 1 reception, a couple drops. That was a big one. That would have been a chain mover.
So the punt's away from Killington. Trying to angle it near side. No fair catch called for by Irvin, and he will get lambasted at the 16-yard line by Seth Berlin. That is where Baltimore take over. Now back-to-back drive starting inside their own 20.
Yeah, if you're Baltimore, this is almost potentially a put-away drive. If you could get this ball into the end zone, it's a 2-score game, and something Albuquerque hasn't been in this game is down 2 scores.
Take a look at that. The struggles on 3rd down. The latter part of this game on display. Irvin with the quick hands to haul that one in and get it into control. That one goes for a big gain.
Yeah, that connection is rolling. It's been rolling all game long since the first pass of the game where he found Ivory Irvin and Wigmore. That's definitely his safety blanket here this evening.
112 receiving yards now for Irvin. Under 2 to go now in this quarter as the run up the middle from Wells will be stopped after a gain of 8 by Napier.
Yeah, good open field tackle. Does pick up 8 yards though, so Baltimore still looking good. But if you're Albuquerque, if Baltimore picks up this first down, you start getting into your head a little bit.
Irvin stacking the box. Handoff. Murray out of one. Near midfield. Taking down maybe a yard shy, but it moves the sticks.
Yeah, 2 yards for Murray. 2 yards in a cloud of dust is what they always say, Tyler. So picking up the first down, keeping the drive alive. Wigmore doing a good job just slowing the pace of the game down now.
Baltimore trying to take as much clock as possible to not give Albuquerque, which is a high-flying offense, much time to work with. Wells is shot backward by Napier after he picks up 7.
Yeah, good run. Now it seems like this O-line for Baltimore is taking it to this Albuquerque defensive line. They are pushing them back. They are winning at the point of attack and getting to that second level.
Off looking behind, taken down by Samuels, who shot out of a cannon. And that's a loss on the play for Baltimore.
Yeah, apparently I spoke too soon. And the defense shuts me up for a little bit. But now 3rd and 4. This is a big 3rd down for Albuquerque. You stop Baltimore here, you potentially get the ball back.
And we won't get to see it until we hit the 4th quarter in this exciting contest in week 4. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Welcome back to SGO Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm Tyler Falk, joined in the booth by Jeff Melanish, and we are happy to have your company for the conclusion of Albuquerque and Baltimore. 3rd downs have not been kind as of late for both teams. There's Baltimore buck the trend. Blitz coming. Wigmore. He's not going to get rid of it. Jack Napier comes in hot, and he takes down Wigmore for our first sack of the game.
First sack of the game comes on the first play of the 4th quarter, and that does take Baltimore out of going for it or even a field goal opportunity. They have to punt this to Albuquerque. Big time play for the Adams here.
4th career sack for Jack Napier sets up this punt. And punt is away. Be hauled in at the 12-yard line by Shanahan. It's a gain of 6 all the way up to the 18 on the return. Here comes the Albuquerque offense again. Only down by 6. It's been the passing attack for Albuquerque, which has kept them in it, but has also hurt them. 2 pick-sixes by Jive in the ballgame. Looking short underneath, caught by Corky. Finding a way through Frank Smith and Alvin Mack for a gain of 8.
That's going to bring Corky's yards per carry average down just a little bit coming in. He had 39 and a half before that reception, so brings it down, but a good play by Corky, picking up 8 yards.
Now over 300 yards passing is Jive, and they go to the ground here with Williams. Nothing doing. Only a gain of 1. That'll bring up 3rd and 1, one of the biggest 3rd downs of this game.
This is it. This is what you get paid for in the SFL. You pick up this 3rd down, you keep this drive alive. This is huge.
Another run, another Williams run, and he is denied. Clutch tackling from Alvin Mack and Nate Brown. No gain.
That was big, Tyler. He had the momentum. I thought he was going to fall forward to pick it up. Instead, Baltimore does a good job sealing the creases that he could have cut back up into.
It's a punt from Killington. Irvin on the return, and Napier and others are there to greet him. Napier and Troy James stop Irvin at the 35 as Baltimore retake the field. And we've got plenty more action all throughout the season, but of course you cannot forget the Monday Night Spectacular. Check out Cam and Irvine and Mike St. Green tomorrow night at 7:15 p.m. Eastern as SFL This Week returns before Canton welcomes back DC for another chapter of this heated rivalry series on this week's Monday Night Spectacular right here on SFL YouTube. Wigmore looking middle, caught and shimmy shaking his way beyond the 50-yard line is Makchima.
I thought that was going to be intercepted as soon as I think the defender thought he was going to intercept it as well. That was Daniel Valenti, but not able to come up with it. Valentine, excuse me, not able to come up with it. Instead, that's a first down for Baltimore, and now they're inside Albuquerque territory.
Thought he was making some candy. Unfortunately, it was Baltimore who stole it away. And now on the other side of midfield, handoff GP Wells. He will go backward a yard. He couldn't get around his own offensive lineman. Jack Napier there again alongside Keenan Samuels with the stop. And look at that. 650 total yards between these two clubs.
Yeah, who said the offense is dead in the SFL?
95 of you watching us. Thanks for joining us. Wigmore looking right side, caught by Irvin, who's touchdown at the 42-yard line. A gain of 4 brings up third down.
Yeah, nice play by Irvin to come up with that. Just, anytime that you could just get a couple yards to help out the third down is big. And this is 3rd and 6 coming up here. Got to watch those routes.
Empty backfield for Wigmore, looking middle, wide open Benji Matson. That's an easy first down. He found his way on a post route underneath the coverage.
Yeah, his first catch in a little bit. The tight ends overlook position because you might not get the looks that you probably are hoping for if you're a receiver, but, you got to stay ready, and his number was called, and Matson comes up with it.
Couple other notes tonight. Makchima now becomes the 16th player in SFL history to get to 10,000 receiving yards as T-Roy Gaines picks up 5 yards. So congratulations to Chima, who has right around 61 total yards tonight as the drive continues for Baltimore. Six minutes to go in regulation. Another run for Murray. Murray cannot escape the tackle. Taken down the line by Samuels and company. 3rd and 5.
Yeah, now if you're Albuquerque with the time coming off of the clock and Baltimore doing a good job of taking that time off the clock, you got to come up with a stop here, get the ball back because they're probably going to kick a field goal, and then go down and score a touchdown.
Wigmore stands in the pocket, uncorks one, it's caught! Roy Gaines! It isn't a field goal, it's a touchdown!
And we saw this play, Tyler, the exact same play in the first half. It was incomplete, but they don't shy away from that play. They put it back and they call it again in a big-time spot. Oh, it was almost picked off by Brian James too, but beautiful placement by Wigmore for the touchdown.
How many close calls have we seen tonight from both quarterbacks? And this time, it goes in favor of Baltimore. 40-28, up by 12. Here's Tarkington to make it a 13-point lead, the largest lead that either team has had tonight. And others would be looking at the score line and be like, oh, Albuquerque's come back late in this fourth quarter just to keep it going. But no, Albuquerque, if you're just joining us, got the opening lead via a pick six by William Patterson. They had the lead all the way up until 18 seconds to go in the second quarter. It's been a back and forth game throughout, and Albuquerque again, their offense is now going to have to come out again and try and make something happen. Now down by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it just gets that much harder time in and time out when now you know what's in front of you. This is it. This is what Jive needs to do.
Run by Williams, and for this Albuquerque offense, it's not been the run game that has propelled them this way. It has been in the arm by Cyrus Jive. Combined rushing totals only around 35 total yards on the ground. Over 300 passing yards for Jive, which has kept this offense in the game. Pitch play right side, Williams on the toss, gains a couple. 3rd and 7, under 5 to go.
Yeah, now it's almost, we're getting to the point where you got to put the running plays into the back of the playbook. Don't even look at them. You got to look at all the passing plays now that you've worked on throughout the week.
They spread the field with 4 wide receivers on 3rd down. Jive with a 5-step drop. Scanning. Middle. Off the midsection of the defender. Incomplete. It was Giovanni Bolt in coverage. And it's 4th down for Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Offense stays on.
They're gonna go for it. I didn't know if they were gonna do this, but they are.
This is what we want to see. They haven't converted a 3rd down since the first half. Now they have to convert a 4th down. Blitz coming. Jive underneath, looking for Knight. Incomplete. Baltimore take over.
And I don't even think he would have, even if he would have caught it, Tyler, I don't think he would have had enough for the 1st down. That is just a beautiful play. Stacking paper again. Pressing the receiver as soon as he gets off the line, makes it a tough catch for the receiver because the receiver knows that he has to get off the line of scrimmage quickly. B, now he's pushed and put into a spot that he doesn't want to be in. And plus, he has to wait for that ball to get there.
It was all legal. Good hand finding within the first 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, and then just takes away the play after the ball got to the receiver. T-Roy Gaines on the call, no gain. And I'm liking what I'm seeing for Albuquerque. Even though they're down by 2 scores, they're still playing tough, still playing physical, still playing aggressive.
They are, and at the end of the day, if this scoreline stands, Tyler, it's going to be those 2 interceptions, pick sixes in that 2nd quarter.
Right in the 2-minute warning as well. Wigmore underneath, and it was nearly taken away for the 2nd time by William Patterson.
Oh, he would have had an incentive for life if he would have came up with that 2nd one.
I mean, at that point, he's got some clear space. He could have gone for his 2nd pick 6 of the game. Instead, it's 3rd and 10. And they will just run it with Warren Murray. Taken down by Keenan Samuels after a short pickup, brings up 4th down. Baltimore happy to try for a field goal.
Yeah, I know Albuquerque wants to keep the timeouts for later in the game, but I would maybe have thought about taking one there. Save as much time as you can for your offense instead of having it drip and tick away like Baltimore is going to do here before the field goal.
The thing is, Tarkington has been money all season, all game long. Here we go. Tarkington again. Money. No deviation. Just straight down the middle.
It's almost like Steph Curry out there. You know, you just know the 3 is going to go in. And just like Steph Curry, Tarkington getting 3 points on the board, it's almost automatic.
And so now down by 16. Albuquerque have their work cut out for them. They have to go.
Wow.
Now it's going to be, they're going to have to go 80 yards in under 3 minutes, 24 seconds. Get a 2-point conversion. Get an onside kick. And then do it again.
This is the moment where Jive could put himself into SFL lore.
It's not impossible, but it has to be perfection. If Albuquerque wants to pull off something that only 11 teams have done, and that's beat Baltimore in Baltimore. Jive, right side cut. Good opening play. Gains them 12 for Greg Corky. They still have all 3 timeouts, but they hustle back to the line.
I like it. I like the hurry up.
Jive again will throw. Looking middle. Caught Corky again. This time for about another 12 yards.
There we go. Don't be surprised if they find Corky again for 3 straight.
I like him on these arrow routes. Blitz coming now. Jive again. Looking middle. Corky again. They found a chink in the armor of Baltimore to the 40-yard line. 2 minutes, 51 seconds to go. They back at the line of scrimmage for another play. blitz coming. Jive again, finds Cork.
Ooh.
No, spinning out of it is Kay Marion. Only her second catch of the ball game. Now to the 29. They are hustling down this field. Pass caught again over Young Fought. Kay Marion's
Wow.
arch nemesis tonight. Corky, 195 receiving yards, first 100-yard game in this era. Pass near side, looking for Shanahan, and finally an incompletion and a reprieve.
Yeah, and finally for Baltimore, they're like, all right, finally we can get off the sideline and I could get some oxygen. Meanwhile, for the offensive line and probably for Jive, they could probably take a little breather as well.
5 wide receivers out of the pattern. Now for Albuquerque.
Guys scored before the 2-minute warning.
4 corners on the left-hand side, guarding 3 receivers. They send one on a blitz. Jive, looking middle, caught. Jack Wall, touchdown Albuquerque. Part 1 is done.
Exactly that. You got it. You were able to march downfield before the 2-minute warning and get a score. Now you have all 3 timeouts available. And this is where it becomes big, and thank God I'm not a coach, Tyler. Do you kick the field goal, or do you kick the onside kick, or do you kick it away and hope that you could come up with 3 stops? That is the question.
They're going to have to kick the onside kick. They also have to score. This 2-point conversion. 5 wide. Alone in the gun is Jive. 4-man rush. Looking into coverage. It is intercepted. No, incomplete. Couldn't bring out a line. 10-point ball game. And now you have to do it again and get another onside kick if you can get this one. This could decide it all. Ricky Bobby. It's going to be a short one. It'll be handled by Albuquerque before going 10 yards. They'll do it again.
I think you mentioned it, Tyler. The kicker for Albuquerque, he hasn't been here long, so I don't know if he's had moments where he's had to, in practice, do the onside kick.
Here we go again. How many times have we seen onside kick in return for a touchdown already? This one bobbled up, touched by Baltimore, and it's hauled in by Baltimore. Martin there secures the football, and the near shock of an upset might be dwindling.
If you're Baltimore, why are you even moving to the ball? Because you know it has to go a certain yardage. Why are you even doing that to yourself? But they still come up with it.
10 points separate these two clubs. 2 minutes and 16 seconds for Baltimore to survive. (44-34). Handoff Murray. Out of 1 tackle. Cannot get out of Patterson's tackle. 3 yards, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. It's been a fun one. How will this one end? It looks to be going Baltimore's way when we come back. 2 minutes left to go in regulation. Final 2 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter here from SGO Stadium. I'm Tyler Falk alongside Jeff Melnition. A massive thank you to Ron Haynes and Justin Restine on the stats truck, and our producer Cameron Irvine for keeping everything looking and running smoothly. Short little pickup there for Murray. Albuquerque are forced to use their first timeout. Might have to use one more if they can get a stop on the Vultures.
Yeah, then you know the field goal is almost automatic as well. Just makes it that much tougher.
Handoff, Murray looking for the first down. He got it! And that should just about do it. Baltimore will survive Albuquerque in a very well-played game.
Yeah, if you're Albuquerque, yeah, you're gonna really, be thinking, what if? What if we didn't throw those 2 pick sixes in the second half, or in the second quarter? But you still played a heck of a game.
Murray goes nowhere. Albuquerque used their third and final timeout. Take a look, 78 points. Most points scored in season 23 to this point, and it's been a fun one. We've had so many low-scoring games this week. 13-0 Florida Charleston, 9-6 in the Indianapolis game, and it was all saved up for this one here in Maryland.
Yeah, for the rest of the games this weekend, or for the rest of the games tonight and then tomorrow for the Monday Night Spectacular, good luck. We took all the offense. Sorry, Cam.
It was your welcome back present, Jeff, and we know you've been going through a lot. In fact, you're expecting your firstborn here in just a few months, and already congratulations to you, and we are so excited to have you back here in the broadcast booth. Looking forward to hearing your voice many, many more times after tonight. Is another call for Warren Murray. There's your exclamation point, and a 50-burger on Albuquerque, and it's well-deserved for Baltimore, not so much for Albuquerque, who played a phenomenal game, but in this high-scoring fest, it just had to happen.
Yeah, Warren Murray getting into the end zone, that's the icing on the cake for what has been a really, I think, even though, it might not think it's a well-played game, but it really has been between offense and defense.
It didn't get lopsided until the end when Baltimore put it away. 51-34, 85 points. The number just keeps climbing, and we'll see what this Albuquerque offense can do inside of 1 minute. But I've got to say, I am excited for Albuquerque, and I echo the sentiments. I'm just going to read off what Ron Haynes just said here in the stats truck. Cheers to Albuquerque. Gave nothing less than 100%. I think, Jeff, we could not agree more. This is an exciting club to watch. And just to see them come up from the SFLM into the SFL proper and take it to Baltimore in Baltimore, that in and of itself is a massive accomplishment and a very good stepping stone and measuring stick for this Adams team.
Yeah, the fact that coming in, Baltimore was giving up more points than your own defense. Albuquerque was only giving up 15 points a game in the 2 games that they played. Yeah, small sample size, of course.
Pass picked off, going back the other way. And that's just about to it. Jive tried to slid it into his receiver. Unfortunately, Roy Towers hauls that in. 3rd interception of the game. And Albuquerque will finally fall.
Yeah, Albuquerque with Cyrus Jive. 1 interception coming in, now 3 here this evening. It's not going to look pretty, but if they can go back to what worked week 1 and week 2, where only 1 interception, that's going to be how Albuquerque's going to have to do this. You can't keep slinging the rock like this. Yeah, at this point, I would just throw that interception away, but it will still go on his record.
First of 2 kneel downs to come out of this one. That was Towers' 3rd interception of his career. And that's just about it for the Vultures. They recover after their loss last week to Minnesota with a win here at home. They get a chance to rest next week before going across the country and up into Canada to take on the Vancouver Legion in Vancouver for their next game on August 17th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Meanwhile, for the Adams, they will return home to Albuquerque in New Mexico to take on the Fort Worth Toros, and some of the coaching staff already have said they do not and are not looking forward to facing this very dangerous Albuquerque team. But it's gone final here in Baltimore. 51-34, your final score as the Vultures take down the Adams. Your final thoughts on this one here, Jeff. It was a great game.
Oh man, it was the shenanigans, but at the end of the day, I mean, Albuquerque, they really showed, I think, to the rest of the SFL that, going up against a team like Baltimore, and they were able to do this, other teams have to be worried that Albuquerque is on their schedule.
I think another thing to worry about for Baltimore is that they have allowed now a whole bunch of points in back-to-back weeks to offenses. And take away the pick six, you're looking at 27 points given up to an offense in Albuquerque, a brand new offense where everyone's just still getting to know each other here, fourth week in the season. And so that'll do it here from us, from all of us here at the SFL. Stay tuned for more action coming up. I've been Tyler Falk. We've got Bill Nishin. We'll talk to you later. Until then, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.